Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Morg, and welcome to my React channel. So today we are going to be diving into 르세라핌's BOOMPALA music video. Now, 르세라핌 is great, and they just released this video on the 11th of this month, so pretty recent. I'm excited to dive in and see what they have cooked up for us, but before we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're loving the vibes, as well as check out my Patreon for all things me, reality TV, and of course, K-pop. Anyway, let's get into this video. Okay, here we go.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Oh.
Seraphim, baby.
A boompala, 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 eh. A boompala, 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 eh. You cannot down to the clouds in the air. A boompala, 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 eh. Wake up saying hi to the mirror, trying to find the light where the fear were. Baby, say goodbye if you see her. She's only an illusion, don't feed her. Beating a ball in the drama, stabbing the sham for mañana. Pose for a second like coma. Put the fiddle back, punch on. A boompala, 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 yeah. A boompala, 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 yeah. You can't hold on to the clouds in the air. A boompala, 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 yeah. A boompala, 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 yeah. A boompala, 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 eh. Nothing's forever, so nothing's to fear. A boompala, 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 eh. On my chest, on my heart, I'm drumming. Only loving on myself, I'm coming. A celestial, she can rise sunny. Namaste, namaste, I'ma stay up. On my chest, on my heart, I'm drumming. Only betting on myself, I'm running. A celestial, she can rise sunny. 1, 2, 3, bye bye. Holding on today, gotta let it flow. Feeling like a wave in the undertow. But man, it is something I'm letting go. I gotta let go, yeah, I'm going crazy. I couldn't be more in touch if you pay me. Self-love is a mommy on the baby. Then I'll meditate on a daily. A boompala, 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 eh. A boompala, 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 eh. Everything's water and everything's there. A boompala, 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 eh. A boompala, 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 eh. A boompala, 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 eh. Everything's empty, so everything's clear. A boompala, 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 eh. On my chest, on my heart, I'm drumming. On the loving, on myself, I'm coming. A celestial, check out what it's stunning. Namaste, namaste, I'ma stay, yeah. On my chest, on my heart, I'm drumming. On the betting on myself, I'm running. A celestial, check out rise sunny. 1, 2, 3, bye bye. A boompala, 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 eh. A boompala, 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 eh. You cannot down to the clouds in the air. A boompala, 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 eh. A boompala, 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 eh. A boompala, 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 eh. And nothing's forever, so nothing's to fear. A boompala, 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 eh.
Okay. Oh.
The
Okay.
Seraphim.
르세라핌. Okay. I feel like 르세라핌 always has something interesting about their videos that is different amongst other groups that we see in K-pop. So let's break this down. I always love the fact they have this little, I feel like they've done this before where they've had like a little Android thing in one of their videos before. So I love the little plushie on the purse. Obviously she's going somewhere. I love the bright pink with the black, the matching nails. It's really nice. And this part just cracked me up, right? Like she's just minding her business, walking, and then like absolutely has no clue that her whole matcha that she probably just spent an arm and a leg on is now just done for. Now let's take a look really quick. Oh, these heels were fabulous. I was obsessed with these heels. The little teal, like little pop color of like the orange and pink was so great, especially with her outfit. I loved it. She's also really great about being like, ugh, like just full on leaning into the fact that her character is pissed. Because anybody would. Hello, knock over my matcha or my coffee or whatever, I'm pissed. Now, we obviously get a little peek at the Android, right? So we're seeing like the little plush in the beginning, little keychain. Then we're seeing the Android phone here. And I love how it says play a feel-good song, because obviously she's upset that her matcha was knocked over by the guy, and the guy clearly didn't care. So BOOMPALA is what is suggested. And I love how it's kind of like teleporting you to a space where you're gonna feel the music, right? So then I was actually quite surprised to hear like the beat of the Macarena song. Now, this was a gorgeous opening to just having the gems with the eyes. Like, I love the colors. I feel like this kind of showed that we're going to get a lot of color in the video just by seeing the accents to the jewels on her eye. And I love that it's these huge speakers, right? She's sitting cross-legged with like her palms up, kind of chilling here. We see a DJ, the others, and as well as people who are on this float looking thing. So I was like, okay, this is gonna probably be something big.
SSERAFIM, baby.
And I love how they, you know, are all here in the front with their outfits, very flowy, very like summer-esque, really cute. I think it kind of fits the vibe, and seeing everyone else is kind of in these like muted tan tones to not take away from the center focal point, which is SSERAFIM. So I really enjoyed that. Now, what's really cool is we see the statues of the faces of the girls. So I thought that was really kind of cool that they integrated that on this float that's moving around. Now let's talk about these little tops here. Okay, so I love this. The color of like the green and the pink is so nice. We get like a little bathing suit top with like, you know, the crisscross aspect. I think it's really flattering. I love this here. It's almost like a thin strap with like this tube top thing going on. The pink is a really nice addition. And I will say also just the way they move to the beat with their chest is really nice too. Also, I would probably say my favorite outfit of this is this one. I love like the long, like diagonal side of that green top with like the brown kind of belts and the bottom. It just looks like really good. I love it. And I think it's really nice that we have just like the colors tying into each other. We have like the green over here tying into a little bit in this centerpiece as well as the far right side. It's just far left side, excuse me. So it's just like really nice that we see that like cohesion. Now this was really fun too because we see almost like flash photography, if you will, to where it's like as she's going through, like we see the camera going to the left side and then switching back, going back to the right, and just like almost like in those instances. So I thought that was like a nice little illusion, if you will. And I think that's nice that they paired that to the song. One thing too that I really like is how they play with a lot of scenes in this music video. Like, so we have a little like really nice day, but with like what looks to be sun transitioning into this like green pasture with all the trees. I really liked that. Now this outfit was really nice. I really enjoyed like the lace detailing in the top. Red hair just looks so great. Like she looks stunning. I think it's white on white with the background. It just kind of gives the focal point being her, and I really love that. So this was really interesting because it seems like they were waiting to get into this house or some kind of something where they're staying, a hotel maybe. I always love how creative SSERAFIM is, right? Like, so she cracks an egg and then we see one of them almost here. It made me giggle when I saw that. It was just kind of funny. And even this, like every time she opens and closes this like locker, she's giving us like a different facial expression. Now I loved this transition, dipping her head into the sink to then transition us to this flower spiral here was really nice. And then back up to where she feels like more relaxed in the pink shirt. Now I love this. Now what's interesting is the fact that they can do the dance of the Macarena. I'm actually not sure what is like really copywritten or what's allowed or not allowed. That's something that you guys will have to let me know. But I did find it interesting that they were able to do the motions of what the Macarena is. And it's so funny. Everyone probably knows the Macarena, but it was cool. What I will say is these tops, it's going to be really hard to see all of them because this music video moves really quickly, but I do enjoy like the cutout in her tank. It's just really nice, adds some like flow to it. And I think that's really nice, especially in like dance segments. It's really hard with this, but I do enjoy the fact that while it's all different kind of colorways, we still get like some muted tones. And they just kind of flow well with each other. So I enjoyed that. Now, I don't know if this is like a spa that they were waiting to go to, but they're all in the same color. And I think it is really interesting how they're kind of dancing to like the beat of the Macarena. But obviously it's a little different because they changed the lyrics, obviously. So back to these outfits. I really, really enjoyed like loose joggers and things like that. Here's another look at the top. I just think that these, like, oh my God, these pants, I noticed these. I love like the tie side. It's really flattering on her stomach and it's just like cool looking pants. Now, what's interesting is like, they're in this spa, like, you know, kind of getting relaxed. I've been trying to figure out like what exactly the girl in the beginning was going to. I don't know if it's a spa. I don't know if it's a house. I'm not exactly sure. I'm assuming it's a spa, but either way, I loved this portion. This was probably one of my favorite portions of the music video, right? This outfit is cute. She's giving us this model walk and we see the float, which I think is the biggest attraction of this music video, coming down, and we're getting these moments that, you know, people who are driving by get to see them. And I really like how they're just kind of getting these moments. Oh. I just like, I don't know. I really enjoy how everyone's kind of in this like peaceful state and we still get to see SSERAFIM, but we also get to see parts of each person in SSERAFIM. I also love these pants. These pants are so good. You can't really tell. They kind of look like patterns, but these are actually cut out. Those are her knees. You can see part of her thigh up there. And I think that's a really fun kind of like design to have on the pants. Self-love is a mommy on the baby. Then I'll meditate on a daily. Now that was really cool, right? So it's like you can see meditate on the teardrop. I think it started with the teardrop. Let me see. Then I'll meditate. Okay, it didn't really make it seem like it, but either way, a droplet hits, the flower blooms, and then we get a little moment. Now, this was what was so interesting. This is what I'm saying. Like, SSERAFIM does some very different stuff than most groups, which is what I love watching about their music videos, because there's just so much going on that you're kind of like, oh my God, what's happening? But when you're watching this, you can see the other members falling from the sky. And as she's, you know, holding out her hand to one, like they turn into a droplet. So this is just so interesting. I also love the yellow umbrella. It's just like a nice pop, and I think it looks really good. And then what was interesting is why these statues are kind of coming out. I want to say it kind of is in resemblance to like, I don't know, maybe movies where like that's happened before, like with like the pyramids, or I'm not really sure. I'm really not sure. I'm kind of just guessing here. But I did really like this dance segment, even with like parts of the girls from SSERAFIM like falling. And I think it's fun that like the ones that we see falling are the ones that are not in the focal point, and then it switches as you go to the next one, right? It's really nice. See, okay, we kind of have a little bit of a better view of the outfits here, but you can kind of tell that they're very loose, very flowy, which I think is really good to have for this type of like dancing style, because like they're obviously moving and they want like the flow to work with how they're moving. So I enjoy that. What I will say too is this song is catchy, and I think what's important in like music is to have music that people are going to be listening to and it's going to be catchy for them. So, you know, this part was really cool. It's like, this is literally the statue of them. And they're all like, it's kind of creepy a little bit, like, not gonna lie. But I do enjoy this because we see each of them based on what they're wearing. Like, they have the exact same clothes on. So that was pretty cool. One thing too that's kind of fun is like they bring in so much personality, right? So like even on this section, she's like jumping up and down, like really, really excited, where everyone is like literally terrified. Now, this part was very random for me, but again, SSERAFIM does random stuff and I really enjoy it. I do love this dance moment, but these outfits were one of my favorites. I love how this is some jeans tucked into some boots, basic Jesus, a basic black tank with like a purple or a pink. I don't know my colors apparently. A pink button up over top. I loved that. I thought it was really cute. Just a little tummy action, which is nice. Here we have obviously long jeans. It almost looks like a leather top with an oversized trench. I really enjoyed that. We have like a black mini skirt, knee-high boots. I just enjoy how they're, you know, bringing some sex appeal, but also very chill vibes as well. And I love this. I believe this is tweed, like this tweed jacket. Gorgeous. Now, all these little, this was probably one of my favorite parts when it comes to transitions. When you watch here, right? So we see the tweed. So we see her here. Then we see the statue, which is on her shirt, which is coming out of the airplane that she was on, to this guy, which is now a frame in this train, right? I thought that was really cool. And I think it's also fun that they end with them hitting like the space where all of the people are, you know what I mean? Dancing, celebrating, all that. Oh, I love these outfits. They're so good. God, I wish I can have like a better pausing, but you can just kind of see like the drapery, the color coding, like it just looks really good together. And when they were dancing, like I said, these are the outfits that we could see them flowing really well. And I just think it was a great choice. Now, this was really fun, right? Because I feel like whenever you think of the Macarena, it's like a song that when you hear, everybody knows it. Everybody knows how to do it. So this kind of reminded me of like when you're out and you hear that song, everybody of all ages comes and dances. And I thought this was really, really cute. I really love this addition. This was really, really cute. I like that. And even just like posing at the end with everyone, I thought it was a really cute way to end. And then, plot twist, they all look to the side. We see the statue. I'm like, oh, you know, like they're having all these little moments to like fully wrap up the video. And I think it was smart that they ended with Android because again, they started with Android. Anyway, SSERAFIM is always really fun. I always love their creativity and just kind of how they go outside the box for their videos. And I would love to know what you guys thought. Thank you. And I'll see you for another video. Bye.